Hello my gorgeous and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a video about how to cover under eye dark circles and how to minimize concealer creasing. I was like blank for a moment. So the very first thing you need is either eye cream or like whatever work for you. For me it's the vitamin E. So this is what the bottle look like. I have tried so many eye creams, but none of them really work for my under eyes because some of them are not like very hydrating and some of them like way too rich to use it underneath my eyes. So long story short, recently like I got an allergy underneath my eyes. So my eyes was like really itchy and the skin was kind of peeling off. So I was like, I don't know if it's because of the dryness or whatever. So I went and bought vitamin E and I did use it for a couple of days, but it did not really work. So I actually have to went and see the doctor. So yeah, that's all sorted. The doctor gave me like another tubes and all that to apply for a few months and all that. So it's all good now. But in that time, I did like discover vitamin E oil to use it underneath my eyes. So one day I was like, because the time I had that allergy, I was not able to use any eye cream whatsoever. So it was getting better, but I wasn't wanted to put anything which will like again irritate my eyes because I was supposed to go somewhere. And I was like, okay, because when I had allergy, when I used to put vitamin E underneath my eyes, it wasn't like making my eyes itchy or anything like that. So I knew that it won't disturb my under eyes. So I put that one and then I applied my makeup and all that and my under eyes look amazing. So yeah, since then whenever I do my makeup, instead of applying eye cream, I always go with vitamin E because this is the only thing which actually started working for me. Otherwise, like under eyes used to crease like crazy. I do have lines underneath my eyes, so yeah, that's why. The second thing you need is, if you like me, you struggle with under eye dark circles, you have to do color correct. If like you have very light dark circles, I would say, then your concealer may be able to cover up the darkness underneath your eyes. But if it's like a little bit darker than your actual skin tone, so you actually have to go with the color corrector. If it's not way too dark, you probably have to go with the light peach shade. And if it's a lot more darker, then you probably have to go with a dark peach shade. So in my case, at the moment, my under eyes dark circles are reduced, like it's a lot better now. For the past few years, I had like the worst under eye dark circles. I did change my diet, I started going to gym, I do drink protein shake and all that. So I think that's the reason it's getting better, because in the past few years, I have used so many eye creams and none of them actually got rid from under eye dark circle. I mean, like I'll see a little bit of difference. Like I'll see difference, I would say 3 to 4% if I have to rate from 10%, like in between 10. So I'll probably give like a 4 to an eye cream, but none of them like actually really got rid from my dark circles. And you name it, I have used so many eye creams. Anyways, I'm like so off topic at the moment, but I just wanted to tell everything. Like I have dark circles, I've been struggling for so many years with the dark circles. It is getting, I still have dark circles. It's not disappear at the moment, but it is a lot better than what it used to be. So if I'll just come close up, so I'm not wearing anything, it's just I'm wearing a SPF and I'm wearing like primer because I always apply primer before I apply my makeup. So I give a few minutes for the primer to set down. The corrector I use is the macprer+prime, and this is what it's look like, and it's in the shade Peach Luster. Yeah, it's dirty because it's used and abused, and this is what it's look like. So you kind of like twist it up and then product comes up and then this is what it's look like. So it's pretty dark peach. I probably don't need that dark now because my under eyes has been reduced a lot, but because I still have it, so I might use that one. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply vitamin E underneath my eyes. So normally what I do is I'll come out of the shower, I'll apply my SPF, and then I'll apply oil underneath my eyes. And then I'll fill up my brows, and then I'll apply my primer. So I'll probably like give, I would say, like 3 to 4 minutes to settle the oil underneath my eyes. I should have applied before I explained everything. But anyways. So yeah, it's really thick, so you only need a little. So I'll just like have one drop and apply it underneath my eyes, and then I have another drop, and then I'll apply on my other eye. I mean underneath my other eye. So yeah, it's I'm not saying that you should be using oil, but the thing is that whatever works for you. If the eye cream works for you, that's good. If oil works for you, that's good too. So like whatever works for you, you just go with that one. If something worked for me, it doesn't matter that it will work for you, because we all have different skin type, we all have different skin issues and all that. So whatever works for you, you just go with that one. But in my case, vitamin E worked really good for me. So what else you need is a normal concealer, which is I'm using the Maybelline Master Concealer, and it's in the shade light medium. And this is what it's look like. It's almost finished. I have few full coverage concealers, but still like my under eyes are a little bit darker, so if I'll just go with this concealer, it will make my under eyes look ashy. So that's why I use corrector first, and then I'll go with this one. Alright, so I'll just do a repeat. Things we need is vitamin E oil, a corrector, which is this color, brush, any concealer brush, normal concealer, just to highlight underneath your eyes. You need a beauty blender. I have the mini one at the moment. You can use any beauty blender. And lastly, you need a translucent powder, which I'm using the Laura Mercier one. And this is what this one is. You can use any translucent powder. And it looks like this. It's so transparent, of course. With the powders, I have used so many powders as well, but none of them really worked. Even though I have really dry under eyes, but this powder worked for me, and it stopped under eye creasing. And there is a myth actually. There's like tons and tons of video which will say like how to stop under eye creasing, but the actual truth is you cannot stop under eye creasing, because there is no way that you will have like flawless under eyes if you have like lines underneath your eyes like me, for example. Because how many expressions you made like all day, you laugh, you get angry and stuff like that. I mean, like your face, like your skin is moving, so how you expecting your concealer to not move around and not crease? It's gonna crease, but there is few ways that you can minimize that creasing, and that's what we're gonna do today. Alright, so I thought I'll just like ended up doing this video for 2 to 3 minutes, but I think it's gonna be a very long video, and I'm sorry about that. Alright, so we're gonna start off with the corrector. So I'm gonna apply right underneath my eyes. I have only twisted once, and all the products, like I applied half on this side and half on this side. I'm gonna go with the BH Cosmetic brush, which look like that. It's a bit dirty. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to wash my brushes today. So I thought to film first and then I'll do the washing later. What we're gonna do is we just gonna blend all the color. Wherever I have darkness, I normally like apply it on my eyes as well, because why not? And another thing I want to say is I always apply my color corrector before I apply my foundation. I'll apply primer first, and then I'll go with the color corrector, and then I'll apply my foundation, and then I'll apply normal concealer, whatever concealer I'm using. Yeah, because if you will apply afterwards, you will ended up kind of blending or like moving the product on your foundation, and then it will make your foundation look orange, which you don't want, right? I tend to keep it like underneath my eyes, but I always like ended up blending a little bit more because I don't have dark circles like here. But yeah, if you want, you can just like take it off with a tissue paper, but I always leave it like that. Alright, so now I look crazy. So I'm gonna apply my foundation now. Today I'm using the L'Oreal True Matte, and it's in the shade 4W, I think it is. Yeah, 4D, 4W, whatever. And then I'm just gonna apply it. Few dots on my face. I'm just gonna buff it with the foundation brush. And after applying the foundation, I'm gonna go with the concealer. I'm gonna take that much concealer. It's really thick concealer, so you don't really need much. And then I just don't put like too much concealer. I just only apply the quantity I actually need. So yeah. I kind of make a V. And I'm just gonna take a beauty blender. Then I'm just gonna blend my concealer. I'm looking up while blending it so that concealer won't settle down into my fine lines. Alright, so the last step is just gonna go with Laura Mercier translucent powder. I have taken out so much, but you only need like a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dab. It's like way too much. I'm probably gonna get rid from some. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm looking up, and then I'm just gonna apply the powder underneath my eyes. I'll probably just take a little bit, like that much. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like blend one more time underneath my this eye, because yeah, we blend this one, we set this one, and now we have to do the same for this one. So I'm looking up, and I'm going with the beauty blender again, just making sure that there is no creasing at the moment. And then I'm gonna go with the powder. I think I put too much, but and then I'm gonna apply it underneath my eyes. And that's it. So this is the best way I have come up with for minimizing the under eye crease. With the color correct, why I go with the brush, because I feel like that because my color corrector is not very thick, so beauty blender observe like most of my color correct, if I'm making any sense. So that's why with the color correction I go with the brush, and then with the concealer I go with the beauty blender, because I found it that's the best way that I can minimize my under eye crease. I'll just finish the rest of my face, and then I'll catch you guys probably in a few minutes. Hi guys, so that's the finished look. I finished my makeup and everything. I hope this video helped you guys, and if there is other ways which work for you, I would love to know, because yeah, everyone has their own way to apply makeup, do things and all that. If you have any tips and tricks, do let me know as well. And yeah, if you guys like this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All of my social media links are in the description bar. Come say hi. And until then, I will see you in the next video. Bye gorgeous. Stay happy.